I'm setting off at 4:30 a.m. to attend the British Deaf Carp angling match at Trent View, near Nottingham. As the sun rises, the drive through the Cotswolds is simply breathtaking. One of my favorite journeys of the year. I've just arrived at the Unicorn Hotel at 7:00 a.m. Now I'm waiting for everyone else to arrive so we can enjoy a proper traditional English breakfast. Fuel first, fishing later. Let's eat before the draw starts at around 9:00 a.m. Now it's time for the draw. The draw, here we go. There's my name. Come on, give me a good draw. Oi, Mark! We've arrived at Trent View Fishery. What a stunning venue. Paul. Before we start fishing, every angler must dip their sling, cradle, and landing net. It only takes around 20 seconds for each item and helps protect the carp from diseases. I was hoping to draw a swim between numbers 5 and 10, but my name came out halfway through the draw. I chose swim 1 because I thought the carp would be in the shallow water rather than the 18-foot depths on the opposite bank, especially in this hot weather. Let's see if that decision pays off. Wow, what a lovely AstroTurf peg. The swim looks fantastic, with plenty of features. I wonder how deep it is. I'd estimate around 4 feet. It's now 11:00 a.m. and I still haven't made my first cast. The wind is currently blowing from the southwest, although the forecast says it could change direction tomorrow. My plan is to start with 1 floater, 1 zig rig, and 1 bottom bait. First, I need to use a marker lead to find some clean spots and check the depth. I'll have a play around and should be casting within the next hour. I'm really hoping to catch 1 or 2. Come on, Def Power! I recently bought 3 sonic reels and 3 10-foot rods. They're perfect for short-range fishing, probably up to 12 wraps towards the far reeds. I found 3 spots. First spot is 8-1-2 wraps, second spot is 9 wraps, and third spot is 11-1-2 wraps. They're all on gravel, but this swim is only about 2 feet deep, extremely shallow. Here's my little RoboCop guarding my bobbins. Ah! The reel is screaming. The reel is absolutely screaming. This little mirror fought far harder than I expected. But eventually, into the net she goes. Job done. Weighed, photographed, and safely returned. A great start. Come on! It's now 7 p.m. Earlier, I changed my tactics. I'm now fishing 2 solid bags, one on the far left and one on the far right, while keeping the middle rod on a zig rig. The carp I caught came from the far left rod. It absolutely powered towards the reeds. Luckily, I deliberately cast about 1.5 wraps short. Otherwise, game over. The swim is surrounded by reeds, so every fish has to be played carefully. Just before landing that fish, the far right rod absolutely melted off. I picked it up a few moments later, but I think it was a much bigger carp. It went straight into the reeds and escaped, absolutely gutted. The fish I landed weighed 15 8 a lovely mirror carp. You can see the photo in the top right corner. I've now lost 5 fish, 4 on the zig rig and 1 on a solid bag. Playing carp on zig rigs is always difficult, and hook pulls happen quite often. I'm hoping for more bites this evening and tomorrow morning. The air pressure is forecast to drop overnight, and that could really switch the carp on. So far, Gary Watton has caught 3 carp, all over 20 wallaby. He's off to a flying start and is currently leading. Hopefully everyone else gets amongst them too. Catch you later tonight or tomorrow morning. Everything's set and the alarms are on. Time for some sleep. Nice to see the moon peeking over the trees, keeping an eye on me. Good morning, everyone. I've just made myself a coffee. It's now 4:30 a.m. I love mornings like this. I've checked my phone to see how everyone got on overnight. Jamie Doolin has landed a carp of over 30 WB. Well done to him. Hopefully there'll be plenty more catches this morning. I love seeing the mist drifting across the water. Pure magic. Binoculars out. Searching the margins. No signs yet. I've wound in the zig rod to freshen up the hook bait. Back out! Bang on! I've brought all 3 rods in because I'm about to do an interview with Gary Watton, and he's already on his 5th carp. Sweet Jesus. Another mirror carp weighing 15 nilabiyabelfus. Gary, number 5, come on! Adam, I'm here with Gary Watton, a very well-known name within the British deaf carp angling community. How are you getting on in your swim? Gary, brilliant so far. I've landed 5 fish already, and we're only halfway through the match. Adam, wow! How far are you fishing, and what bait are you using? Gary, I'm in swim 7, casting all 3 rods to the far margin at 24 wraps into about 5 feet of water. I put out 10 spoms yesterday morning, another 12 in the afternoon, and another 12 this morning. I've had 5 fish so far. The bite started around 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. yesterday, then it went quiet. Exactly the same today. I think a group of carp is feeding along its regular patrol route. Adam, you're leading after the first 24 hours. What are you expecting over the next day? And how do you think everyone else will do? Gary, I'd really like to see everyone catch more fish. I feel like I'm quite a long way ahead, and I genuinely love to see the others getting amongst them, too. Adam, tell us a bit about your fishing background. Gary, I've been fishing since I was about 7 or 8 years old. I started on rivers and never stopped. Over the years, I progressed onto bigger species like pike, barbel, and chub before moving into carp fishing. Adam, no wonder you're doing so well in the BDCA matches. Hopefully others can follow in your footsteps. A true sportsman. Thanks very much, Gary. Gary, my pleasure. Adam, I'm fishing in swim 1, and here we are by swims 2 and 3. I'm really pleased to finally catch up with Darren Blunt. At every match, I try to interview him, but we're always fishing miles apart. Darren is a very experienced carp angler. Tell us a bit about your background and how you're getting on here. Darren, I've been carp fishing for over 30 years, and I'm passionate about it, especially on my syndicate lakes. Match fishing is completely different. It's all about tactics like pop-ups and zig rigs. It's not normally my style of fishing, but I really enjoy these competitions. On my syndicate waters, I know exactly what works. The same wraps, the same spots, and the same baits. Here, every swim is unknown, and the draw can completely change your plans. I chose swims 2 and 3 because they're only around 3 feet deep. When I arrived yesterday morning, carp were crashing and cruising everywhere. I started with pop-ups on all 3 rods, white, pink, and yellow, and fished them for most of the day. After 4 LPM, I introduced some bait with the spom at 14-1-2 wraps just short of the reeds. Adam, what bait are you using? CC Moore? Darren, no, I'm using Trent baits. I've trusted them for over 25 years. I'm very confident in their products, and they've always been there with advice whenever I've needed it. We've caught some incredible carp together over the years. Adam, what are you expecting tonight, and what do you think the carp will do? Darren, I'm thinking of changing from pop-ups to bottom baits because most of my spots are gravel with just a few patches of weed. Tomorrow, I'll probably switch to 2-foot zig rigs until around 4 or 5 p.m. before changing back to bottom baits. At the moment, the carp are cruising but not really feeding. I'm hoping they'll switch on from tonight through to tomorrow morning, especially between 4 a.m. and 11 a.m. Adam, hopefully we'll both wake up to screaming alarms. Thanks for your time, Darren. Darren, cheers, mate. Adam, I'm back after chatting with Gary earlier. I was really impressed with his 5th carp. I'm also pleased to have landed my own 15 LB carp. Oh no! My hands are covered in blood. Don't worry, it isn't blood. My bottle of goo burst all over my hands. It's the red krill flavor. Thank goodness it doesn't stain permanently. Anyway, today has been painfully quiet. There have been no signs of carp at all. Darren said exactly the same. It looks like the carp have followed the wind into deeper water. It's such a shame that I can't move swims during a match. There's not much I can do now except hope they patrol back through my area. I've moved my rods from 8-1-2 and 9 wraps out to 11-1-4 wraps because the coots kept diving onto my bait. Earlier this morning, I put out a couple of spalms of house pellets, and that'll probably be it until around 8 p.m. I've heard that a few of the others have caught more fish. Hopefully everyone catches a few more. Tomorrow morning we'll decide everything. The match finishes at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'm really hoping to catch another 2 or 3 fish and challenge for second place. These swans are driving me mad. They seem more interested in my bait than the carp are. Mark, in 3rd place, Paul Casey. Gary, in 2nd place, Mark Cliff.
Six fish. First one, £21.50. Second, £22.11. Third, £23. Fourth, £20.2. Fifth, £15.12. Seventh, £22.5.
Mark, and the winner with 6 carp, Gary Watton. A huge congratulations to the top 3. Congratulations to everyone who took part. Here are the final live results, showing every capture from the match. Thanks for watching. We'll be back on the bank for the next British Deaf Carp angling match at Linear Fisheries B2, Oxfordshire, from 25th to 27th September 2026. We'll also be holding a social BBQ on Thursday evening, so everyone is welcome to come along, have a chat, and meet fellow anglers. We'd love to see you there. Until next time,